Okay, good morning everyone. We are going to talk about how to work Google Forms if you have a laptop. If you don't have a laptop, if you're working from an iPad or a tablet or a phone, this might be a little bit harder for you, but all you basically need to do is download the app and then you follow very similar steps to what we're doing. So if you have a tablet, phone, or iPad, please make sure to go to the store that you buy things from and find the Google Forms app and download it onto your device. Then you're good. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you're logged into your school email. So if you're logged into a different email, you just want to switch it over to your school email to make sure that you're working with that. And once you have your school email, you are going to hit this little button here that says Google Apps. And in those apps, it should show you a Forms button. If you don't find it, you can go to More from Google, and it is, oh, silly Miss Freeman. So you can find it that way, or you can simply go and look it up and type it in. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a bit easier. So F-O-R-M-S, Forms. I hit enter. And one of the very first things that comes up is going to be Google Forms. You want the one that says Google Forms Sign In, and you're just going to click it. It's a little purple app that looks like that, so it should be pretty easy to do. So now what we are in Google Forms. This is where you're able to create surveys and things like that. So to create your survey, all you're going to do is you're going to hit the big plus button, and it will generate a new form for you. Now, because we're using this for math, you guys can title this form Math Question. There we go. And then right here where it says Untitled Question, that's where you're going to put your survey question in. So let's say you want to know what color hair people have, or what different pets people have, or how many pets people have. All you're going to do is you are going to put that question in here. I'm going to make mine really simple, so I'm going to say, how old are you? Make sure to use proper grammar. I'm not for right now because I'm trying to go really quickly, but you really want to do that as much as you can. So now that you have your question, you can give people as many answers as you want. Please make sure that this option is on the multiple choice option. You'll see there's a whole bunch of different things here. The one you want is this one, multiple choice. And then you can put in any single answer that you think people might have. So I might put in 9, 10, 11, 12, all the numbers, for example. So once I create one, then I go add option, and I add another one. So let's say I have 10 here, and let's say I wanted to add another option. Then I can do 11, and I can keep adding as many options as I want. I wouldn't do more than 10 options because otherwise it gets a little overwhelming. And as soon as you have all your answers chosen, your form is basically done. You've created it. So now what do you do when you've created your form? This is the harder part. What you're going to do is you're just going to go to this purple button that says send. You click on it. And then instead of doing this one, I want you to click this one that looks like a little paperclip. This is going to get you a link. So now what it does is it's given you a link here. All you do is you click the link, and then you right click, and you hit copy. So now what you've done is you've copied the link. And then once you have that link copied, you're going to go back to Google Classroom. You're going to go to the post that Ms. Vreeman makes about forms. You're going to click on it just like you would write a comment. And then instead of writing a comment, you're just going to hit right click and paste that link right there. So that when you hit enter, people will then be able to click on that link and fill out your survey for you. You cannot just, and I want to make this really clear, you can't just copy this link up here. That link will not get you to your form. So please make sure when you're copying the link, you hit the send button, you hit the paperclip button, and you copy this link right here. That's the one that will allow people to take your survey. So what happens when you're done your survey and you've copied it and you're waiting for responses? Well, if you leave Google Forms open, you'll have one section up here that says questions, and you have another section that says responses. When you click this responses section, you will end up finding a little pie chart telling you how many people said the response for each one of your responses. So for example, this survey I haven't done anything because, it's not on there yet. We haven't had anyone take results. But if I pull up the survey, for example, from you guys, remember I asked you a survey question, said something like spelling vocab here. That's not the one I want. I want this one. I sent you a survey a while back that said, how was your week? So if I look over here, and I look to one of my survey responses, this is what your response will look like. And if you hold your mouse over there, you can see how many people answered great, how many people answered okay, so on and so forth. So that's how you can check your answers. And once you have all the responses you think you can work with, then you write them all down on paper and you create a really nice bar graph for me to take a picture of and hand in. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to have your mother send me a reminder, your father send me a reminder, or you can put a comment in Google Classroom, contact me through Google Hangouts. I will be happy to answer any questions on this. But that is how we work Google Forms.